Hi, it's Chris. Happy Tuesday. Happy Trailblazer Tuesday. Um, Here's an idea. It should be easier. When we're dealing with construction technology, it really should be easier, but it's not. And what I came across this week was this article and research. So, article written by the Contact Crew's Jeff Sample, based on research from QuickBase on this topic of gray work. They have the gray work index. I'd invite you to go pull that research down, go check out Jeff's article. But the definition of gray work is unproductive tasks like manual data entry, chasing information, and making the data work between systems, bridging the gaps, which significantly hinder productivity. And in fact, they say that the survey showed that that over half, 54% of surveyed workers feel it's actually becoming harder to be more productive, and that most of the survey respondents actually spend less than half their time every week doing meaningful work, revenue generating work, where almost half spend between 10 and 20 hours a week chasing information, is how they defined it, chasing information. 90% of workers feel overwhelmed by the number of software tools. And in this survey, and the survey was across industries, QuickBase does have a focus on manufacturing, construction, and others, but across industries, software workers felt that they were just overwhelmed with the number of software tools. And on average, they were dealing with 11 software tools. The most common: Excel, Outlook, Teams or Slack, and then the document management pieces, SharePoint, OneDrive, Google Drive. So 11 pieces of software, adding to this level of overwhelm. There was a low degree of confidence in their project's data accuracy. So while there was lots of work being done to chase data, there was a low degree of confidence on the accuracy of that data. And just an overwhelming sense that the answer wasn't to add more technology, right? The answer to technology overwhelm isn't more technology. And so what to do, right? That's a great question. In the report, in the survey, it said look for automation and collaboration, ways to eliminate the tedious tasks and enable dynamic data access. Okay, that makes sense. Tool simplification. How do we go about thinking about conceptualizing removing pieces of technology when it feels like more technology should be the answer? Tool simplification. And I'll come back to this as I share my own thoughts on this. Strong governance. Governance is a tricky word, but essentially it's ensuring that the data has a job to do, right? Ensuring that the data has a job to do and it's in good shape, it's trustworthy to be able to do that job. And so, how does that really kind of compare to or relate to construction? Well, just the survey points out the sheer amount of manual work in construction, in 3/4 of the reported cases, adding technology didn't actually reduce the amount of manual work. It actually, in fact, it contributed to the inefficiencies. You introduce a new tool, it's not connected to the existing tools, you have data silos. Data silos complicate project management and decision-making, right? Data's here, data's there. This is all related, right? Manual data to eliminate data silos. Then you have the field versus office issues, right? How do you get the data collected in the field? And then how do you get it moved to the office, right? Now, there's a fundamental question behind that, which is that data even valuable, impactful to project outcomes? Obviously, employees need to be paid on a weekly basis, but is the data collected in that example doing the job it's intended to do easily, efficiently, etc.? There's a concept here called dynamic work management. and that's the how can work be better coordinated amongst teams, streamlined, reducing gray work, what have you. But you think about the nature of projects in construction, and each project it's like a kind of an out of control conglomerate, because every project is its own profit and loss. It has its own leadership team. It's dealing with different stakeholders with different information requirements across those projects. So really, really complex, dynamic, non-standard environment that we're trying to standardize workflows into. So what to do, right? Recognizing this is part of the problem, realizing that it's tough to conceptualize technology being the answer to a technology problem. What do you do? And I would suggest that, one, you shift the lens, and rather than working for technology, you have technology working for you, right? First off, is it giving you time or taking time? And then secondly, what is the job you want the data to do, right? What is that data doing for you in the business? And harnessing data, becoming data powered, right? Taking that raw potential energy of data and using it to improve your business. And so I believe the way to really start to think about this concept of gray work and data inefficiencies is to look for the opportunities to fix it, the discrete opportunities, the low-hanging fruit. Where are the manual data efforts that is just contributing to non-meaningful work, frankly, and how might you streamline those efforts? How might you automate those efforts? How might you reduce the amount of manual data entry? Where is the squeaky wheel? Where is the friction points in technology? Right? Those are probably areas that your company is looking at and saying, hey, this investment didn't work. Well, going back to the original premise, why were you investing in that technology? What was the business outcome? What was the expected efforts? And can you optimize that setup? Can you optimize the usage to basically start to get those benefits that you're looking for from the technology? Right. So you can look at your inefficient data, manual data entry. There's lots of that. Where is the technology working against you, and can you get it working for you? And then finally, what this is all about is taking data in your business and turning it into information to create insight to make better decisions. Okay, where would better insights be helpful? Right, today, where would better insights help in the business? We were in a project with a contractor, Midwest contractor, and we were doing some Procore usage reporting to dial in the Procore reporting. And he said, boy, I sure would like to see the change order information. Can you get insights on that across my projects? And it was a fairly short effort to understand what was the data he was looking for. Can we access it? Can we put it in a useful place? And then create an insight that can be used on a timely basis in a repeated fashion, right? Very, very quickly, improve the insight and had it in place for an ongoing business. Now, in a year, that may no longer be valuable because your wisdom will have increased and you'll now be able to ask better questions and look for better insights. But that's obviously a good thing. So what to do about gray work, what to do about inefficient processes, and really start to move into away from non-meaningful work and towards work that drives impact. One, where is technology working against you? What can you do about it? Two, where are you spending too much time working with data, manual data entry, bridging data silos, and how might you reduce those efforts? And that could be really high valued, really quick return efforts. And then three, where is insight needed in the business? Taking those steps, you can take that, 6, 8, maybe 10 times a year, make those improvements, and you start to really compound the benefits and start to create wins. Winning's fun, winning's addictive. and really start moving in a positive direction. That was fun. This was a great Trailblazer Tuesday. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, go rock it. Cheers.